Hey friend. Yeah, it's so good to see you. Yeah, it's been a minute. Yeah. I hope you don't mind. I was hoping to do your makeup today. Yeah, I've been trying to practice because, like, as you know, I'm really good at doing my own makeup, but it's really different like when you're holding the brush towards someone else. So I was hoping you wouldn't mind if I did a little practice. Oh, good. Yeah, I love that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but you know, like it's a learning experience, and like we're just here to have fun. It doesn't need to be super serious. It doesn't need to be too crazy. But yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna have you sit down. Yeah, we'll get you sitting down, okay? Okay. Okay, are you comfy? Yeah, you're a little lower, which is perfect. That way I can put some makeup on you and it's not so awkward. I feel like it's a lot when you have to like stand up. So the first thing that we're gonna start with is eye primer. Are you wearing SPF already today? Like, did you do your skincare? I mean, your skin looks great, but I just wanted to check. Okay. So let's start with, actually, you know what? Why don't we start with this serum mist? So this is the 24K Snail Hydrating Serum Mist. It says it has 24 karat gold in it, but I mean, I don't know. It's got niacinamide. It does have snail secretion in it, which some people love, some people don't love. But this stuff is really hydrating. I really love to use it. So let's see. Let's start with that. I always shake it. I don't know if you're supposed to. I mean, it doesn't really say. So, reading is hard. Let's see. So, we'll give that a couple of sprays. Yeah, just a couple. I know, it feels really nice. And it doesn't really have a scent, which I enjoy. Like, I'm not someone who minds like a scented skincare product, but I mean, it's just nice when they don't have one, because then you don't have to worry about like smelling it throughout the day or whatever. So, okay, so now back to our eye primer. This is what I always start with. This is the About Face Smoothing Eye Primer. And so what I will do is I'm going to put a little on the back of my hand. My hands have been washed, sanitized, all that good stuff. I'm going to put a little on the back of my hand and then put it on you. I know, it's just what I feel like I should do. So we'll go ahead and we'll, like, yeah, you really only need a little bit. I found that people tend to use like way too much eye primer, and then they're like, it's even worse, it creases all the time, and it's like, you don't need that much. Yeah, so we'll take a little bit and we'll just put it, yeah, right on your eye there. Yeah, and yeah, just this one too. Perfect. And now you can choose to keep your eyes open if you'd like, but it's really up to you. Some people think it dries better, some people don't, whatever you're comfortable with. So we've let that set a bit. Are you able to raise your eyebrows? Yeah, perfect. I just wanted to check on how that's setting down. So I was thinking to make it a little easy today, since, you know, I'm just practicing. I'm a little worried on how it'll come out, if I'm being perfectly honest, but I was thinking what we could do to make it fun but not too crazy is I was thinking of using this palette from Trixie Cosmetics. Yeah, it's their Horse Girl palette. Yeah, have you seen this one? I really love it. It's definitely more on the warm tone side of things, but it's got like some pretty, like a nice chocolatey brown, but also some nice pinks. What do you think? Yeah, I'm thinking we could do something like a little lighter with like a pop of pink on the lid. That way it's not too crazy, but it's still fun. That's kind of where my comfort zone is right now. Yeah, I think we can give it a shot. Okay, great. So let's see. Let me find a good place to set it down, because I need to get a fluffier brush for this, because I really want to make sure the blend is nice and not too pigmented, not too crazy. So let's give that a shot. Okay, so I think I found the perfect brush. Let's grab it. Yeah, I've got like all these brushes. And then I do also have like I use a color switch. I don't know if you've ever used one of those, but it's really handy for when like you don't want to use a ton of brushes. But let's see. So I think what we should do, hear me out on this, I think we should start with the shade Western Pleasure and put it like right in your like crease area. And then what we'll do is we'll go in with Sugar Cube and kind of lighten it up. So that way it's got like a nice light blend. Yeah, so I think we'll do that. And I'm using like a kind of thick, like but round elf brush, if you can see it. I love this brush. It was a part of their like cookies and cream collection, which I mean at the time I thought was a little strange. But yeah, we'll just put that in your crease. Perfect. Yeah, you're doing great. You can open your eye if you want to. Yeah, I'm just getting a little more on my brush. And we'll do the other eye. Yeah, I'm really impressed with the quality of Trixie Cosmetics. Yeah, like, I don't know. I think when it was first launching, people didn't really take it seriously. But I think like as it's grown, they really offered like some beautiful items. Yeah, and it's all like really good quality. Like I got their blush palettes one year for like, I think I got them on like a Black Friday sale. And it was amazing. And then since then, like I've gotten their like holiday collections. They're always really cute. Like I've received those as gifts from my mom because she like loves Trixie but doesn't really wear makeup. So yeah. Okay, so now let's get a different brush. And we're gonna go into the shade called Sugar Cube. And for that, I'm going to use this like really bright brush that I got from Amazon. I really love it. It's from a brand, I think they're called Dew Color, Docolor. And yeah, we're gonna pack like quite a bit onto that brush. And then I'm just kind of gonna blend out the edges so it's nice and soft. Yeah. So just like a little bit above the crease. Just use a nice soft brush. And I mean, a lot of people hate this term, but like windshield wiper motions. Some people do that. I'm someone that like, I usually try to like pat, 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 and then swipe, swipe, swipe. Pat, 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 swipe, swipe, swipe. Pat, 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 swipe, swipe, swipe. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just pat, 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 swipe, swipe, swipe. Pat, 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 swipe, swipe, swipe. So that way, to me, it looks a little more even. I'm gonna take a little bit more just to hit the other side here. Yeah. Yeah. Pat, pat, pat. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Pat, pat, pat. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Yeah. That way it's nice and even. And yeah, I always tap my brush off. I do not recommend blowing on your brushes. That's not hygienic. It's pretty gross. Like, if you think about it, blowing on your brush is just not, it's just not great. It's not great. So then I think what we should do is go into the shade Rodeo Queen, this like pinky gold, and put that on like the rest of your lid so it's kind of a nice like warm gold. And I'm actually going to use the same brush that I used for the Sugar Cube shade, since I do kind of want it to get like a little washed out, if that makes sense. Not washed out, but like blended, I guess. So we're just gonna put a little bit on the brush. And then yeah, for this one, I'm gonna start at the inside and work my way over. And that way, like the majority of the pigment is on the outside. And then, yeah, so I'm gonna start on the inside and then just like tap, 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 and swipe, swipe, swipe. Yeah, I didn't notice how much of that I did until now I'm putting makeup on someone else. Yeah, sorry. I drank a lot of coffee this morning and it was sweeter than I thought it would be. And it definitely like impacts my vocal cords. Like, I'm not sick or anything. Like, it just kind of, like, I know it's not good for my throat. And then again, we're just kind of going in. Peck, peck, peck. Swipe, swipe, swipe. Peck, peck, peck. Swipe, swipe, swipe. So that's what I'm doing here. Yeah. Peck, peck, peck. Swipe, swipe, swipe. And then let's see. Ooh, I love how this is looking. Yeah, it's pretty for any time, really. And now, what I think I might do, hear me out. I'm thinking we do this Hot to Trot as a liner. Yeah, I know, sounds crazy. But I think if we add like a little bit of a deeper color as a liner, it'll be really fun and kind of add like a little bit of, it'll add like a little bit of dimension to the look. So let's do that. Let me grab my favorite liner brush. Where is it? Yeah, it's like 1,000 years old. Aha. So my favorite liner brush is actually a smudge brush from e.l.f. I'm just doing like a little basic clean on this washcloth. Just kind of switching the color, if you will. Yeah, I can't remember where I learned that trick, but it's one that I really love. Let's see here. So, let's see. So, what we're gonna do is with this brush, I tend to kind of smudge it in the pan. So kind of move it back and forth and then flip and then move it back and forth and then kind of tap on the edge, because we're not looking for like a precise line. We're looking for kind of like a soft, like gradient kind of line. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to touch your forehead just a little bit to just kind of move you back. Perfect, that looks great. And then we're gonna keep things nice and straight. And maybe, there we go, just get that line going. And then yeah, we'll come over to this side too. Kind of get that line going. Fantastic. Okay, so we've got your liner. So now here's what the eyes are looking like. Yeah. I feel like it's low-key, like giving like summer sunset. Yeah. I really love it. Hopefully you like it too. Yeah, I just wanted to like keep it kind of simple. So what we'll do now is we will clean up the lower part of your eyes because there is a bit of fallout. And the way that I like to do that is actually with a primer. So what I use, and you can tell this is well used, this is the NYX Marshmallow Primer. And I only use about a half a pump. I only use about a half a pump, which is about like that much. And what I do is I will tap it on my ring finger. And then, because this is something so old, like when I was a kid, I heard that the ring finger has like the most like blood flow to it. And it makes it so that like it's softer, I guess. I don't know. It's probably one of those like old wives' tale kind of situations. But I'm gonna take some on my ring finger and then we're just gonna tap it just under your eye. Yeah, just tap it under your eye and we're gonna smooth it out. Yeah. Yeah. Just kind of smooth it out. And it shouldn't hurt, but if it does, definitely do let me know. And then with the other half, we're gonna do the same thing. We're just gonna tap it on the outside of your eye. Yeah. And then, I know, it feels really soothing. And this is one that does have a smell. Would you believe it? It smells like marshmallows. But to me, like, I like it. Some people do, some people don't, of course. And then for a primer, since your skin is still looking pretty dewy, I think what we're gonna do is use the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer as soon as I find it. Let's see, I know I set it down over here. Let's see. Where did it go? Oh, it fell behind everything. So as you can see, my tube of this is pretty well loved. I got this like a while back as a, like, it was one of those things that like I just added it to my cart kind of on a whim to be like, oh, let's give that a shot. And so like it was one of those things to where like it's kind of a cart filler, but now I love it. So this, I'm going to make it a little warm between my fingers, and then I'm actually going to wipe it on your cheeks, pat it on your forehead, pat, 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 and then pat it a little bit on your chin, and just wipe it on your nose. And yeah, almost like a little massage. Yeah. Yeah, I really love this stuff. And it's honestly one of my very favorites. So I did go out and I have procured what I think is a good shade of foundation for you. So let me grab that. So let me grab it here. So now, not to brag too much, but I did go to MAC. I know, but I know you're going through a rough time right now, and I wanted to treat you. So I went to MAC and I showed them a picture of you. You know that picture that we took? Yeah, like your favorite one. Yeah, I showed them that picture and I was like, look, this is my friend. I need them to have the most beautiful foundation, and I want it to be the studio fix. I want it to be perfect. What can we do? So based on the picture, they think they found your match, and if it's not right, I can take it in and make it so that you get exactly what you want. Yeah, I mean, it's no trouble at all. So let me put a little bit of that on the back of my hand. And then what we will do is, let me ask you this. I think what we're gonna do to kind of match the vibe that we're going for is, I think what we'll do is make everything a little glowy, not like oily, greasy, but add like a little bit of glow to it. And so I'm gonna mix that up, and then we'll put it on a brush and we'll put it on your face. So let me get that mixed. Okay, and let's see, so I've got my foundation brush here. This is my very favorite foundation brush. It's actually one of the It brushes from Ulta. It's their foundation brush that they did like a couple years ago. And I like that it's flat. Yeah, it's got flat like bristles. So you can really kind of like stipple the foundation on, which for a MAC foundation is really nice. So what I will do is, I've got our little foundation concoction mixed up, and so what I'm going to do is just stipple it on you. Yeah, stip, 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 stip. Yeah, does it feel kind of nice? It's a really soft brush, but also what I use to make it a little glowy is actually a primer. I know, it's a, let me get the actual bottle and I'll show it to you. But it's from Ulta, because of course it is. I mean, I don't have Sephora money. Let's be real. I do have, you know, money to get you a MAC foundation, but I definitely don't have like Sephora primer money, you know? Yeah, like it's a mix-up drugstore and high-end around here. Like I'm willing to pay for high-end if it performs really well, but if it doesn't, like, psh, I feel that waste, you know? That's why, like, I try to sell stuff on Mercari as much as I can. Okay, then, oh, I was getting the primer. So what it is it's the Ulta Cool and Glow Face Primer. Now, for me, I don't love this as a primer, but I do love it mixed in with a foundation, simply because it makes it so, like, it just adds like a little bit of glow, and then like you feel it's got like a little bit of a tingle to it. Yeah, I really love it. So next up, what we're gonna do, even though you really don't need it, is we are gonna put a little bit of concealer on. And like, I couldn't get you a foundation and not get you a concealer, so hold on, let me grab that too. So I got you a concealer too. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer. So what I did was, when I went to Ulta and I went to the MAC counter, I had them sort out what shade would be best for you in like a Studio Fix foundation. But then I also like had them pick a concealer for you as well. Yeah. So that way, like, you'd have a concealer that matches, and it's, I mean, to me, I'm really glad they weren't offended, because to me, the MAC concealer isn't that great. Like, the ones that I've tried, they're not my favorite. I'll just say that. Yeah. So let's see here. So what I'm gonna do is, again, I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. And I will then, so I'm going to put it on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to dot it on with a brush. Again, this is from the brand Dew Color. It's got like a really pointed tip, which I kind of enjoy. Like, it's kind of pokey. I don't know. I think they're fun. I got this set as a gift for like my birthday one year. I really like them though. So I'm gonna dot a little bit of it on the back of my hand. Yeah, just a little. Oh my gosh, if I can get the cap back on, that'd be awesome. And then let's see, so we got a little bit on the back of our hand. I'm gonna let it warm up a little bit before I tap it on, because I've heard that it makes it apply like a little more evenly. So I'll give it a second. It's warmed up a bit, so we're gonna tap it just under your eye, super gentle. Yeah, just a little bit. Like, you really only need like a teeny tiny bit. Your skin looks so good. Serious, it's almost a crime to like put foundation on it, but you know, maybe I'm a little biased because you know I love you, but like, come on. Yeah, you look amazing anyway. I just appreciate you letting me put makeup on you. Okay, so then what we're gonna do to just kind of like even it out is I'm gonna take the foundation brush and just kind of like tap it in to make it like a seamless blend. Yeah, we're not like covering up the cover up over here, but we're definitely like blending it in. Because I did go with like I decided to go with a shade that's a bit like a half a shade lighter than your foundation. So not like a full shade lighter, we're not getting crazy. But I wanted to make it so that it was a little brightening. Because I feel like that's what we all kind of want in a foundation and concealer. Just kind of look, you know, make it look like you got a full night's sleep, even though do any of us really get a full night's sleep, like ever? But let's see. So, all right, so next up, I think we should do your brows. So I actually have a couple options. I have either I have some NYX options, or, ooh, you know what? Let's use the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. I love this palette. It's so beautiful. It's just like neutral tones. Can you tell which shade I use for my brows? Do you think it's this one? Yeah, it's actually a pomade, so it looks like it's gotten a lot more use than it actually has. But let me grab my little eyebrow brush. Yeah, it's just this tiny little thing. And I got it, again, from like Amazon, I think. But yeah, it's just this tiny little brush. And so yeah, I think this color is gonna be great for your brows. So we'll go ahead and we'll use that. And yeah, like you can see, but just like a teeny tiny amount is like all you need. So we'll fill in your eyebrows, and then we'll fill in this one. Perfect. Again, you don't need a lot of makeup because you look great, but it is nice like when you have a full like face of makeup to have like eyebrows and all that good stuff. Yeah, I like to let the foundation sit for a little bit before we put blush on it, but I think we're just about ready for blush time. So I think what we should do is, I mean, if we're using Trixie eye makeup, we really should use a Trixie blush, right? Yeah. See, you get me. So I think what we'll do is we'll use the Mod About You blush palette. It's like their orangey one. And then we really want to use just like the lightest light hand with it. So let me grab it. Yeah, it's in like my little beauty shelf area. Let me grab it. I have grabbed the palette. So yeah, it's so cute. I don't even know if they make this palette anymore. I hope they do. Because yeah, it's one of my favorites, although you can't really tell because like you only need so little that like I've barely used it. And like I use it a fair amount, but like it just doesn't look like I have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use like a really soft brush that's like really fluffy, and we're just gonna tap it like very slightly, and then like even tap it off on like the back of my hand, and we're just gonna do that. And then we're gonna go into Gleamsicle, which is the highlight color, and we're gonna make it like a little softer. And yeah, we'll just tap that on your cheek, and yeah, that's plenty. Yeah, I know, like Trixie's blushes are pigmented like eyeshadows to me. Like they're so pigmented that you really don't need a lot. I said and then tapped more on. But you know how it is. Like sometimes you just get a little carried away. So let me even everything out. I'm just using like a flat e.l.f. brush. They call it their powder brush. But I like to use this brush to actually just like blend in blush and kind of even everything out. So that's what we're gonna do for you. Cause yeah, I definitely got a little crazy with the blush, but we can fix it. Yeah, we can fix it. I'm telling you, that's what happens with the Trixie blushes. It's like you tap it more than once and it's too much. Yeah. So we'll just tap, 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 tap. And then, yeah, we're just gonna blend it out. Yeah, just blend, 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 blend. Yeah. Perfect. You are looking like a snack. Do people still say that? That you're looking like a snack? Is that still colloquially relevant? I know that's a weird way to say that, but you know what I mean. Like, do people still say that that stuff? Yeah. Okay, last up, let's get some mascara. So in the bottom, we're going to use a waterproof mascara. And on the top, we'll use a lifting mascara. This is the New Heights lifting mascara from Ulta. And I always do the top lashes first. I don't know why. So let's get that going. So then, okay. So you want to not like pump it. You actually want to kind of wiggle the brush inside. Because when you pump it, it lets like bacteria in and stuff like that. And who wants that in their life? Okay, so we're going to, yeah, I start at the outside and then work my way in. And then again, we're gonna start at the outside and work our way in. Perfect. And we'll let that rest for a second, because if you look up too much, like sometimes you can poke up and no one wants that. We've let that set down quite a bit. So then, similar with the waterproof, we're just going to, just a little bit on the bottom lashes. I don't really get too crazy because like I don't like the look of like no lower lashes, but you also don't want it to like overpower the rest of the look. So we've added a little bit there. So now let's get a lipstick going. I've got the perfect one. This lippy is gonna be perfect. This is the Milani, what do they call it? It's the, I believe they call it the Color Fetish lipstick, but this is in the shade Lingerie. And it's this beautiful, like, warm pinky color. Yeah, I think that's gonna be great. So here, we'll just swipe it a little bit on. And yeah, it feels like a lip balm, but it has like a really pretty finish. Yeah, rub your lips together. Perfect. Yeah, I think that's perfect with our look. Cause yeah, I didn't want to go too orange for the lip, but I think this is a nice compromise. Okay, so now I think the very last thing we will do is get a setting spray. This is the MAC Fix Plus. This is their old spray bottle, and you can pry it out of my cold dead hands. I love this bottle. I got it a few years ago when they had like a cherry blossom collection. And so now when I get a new one, I just put like my new liquid into it. I just like pour it in. So we'll close your eyes and we'll spray you a couple times. Yeah, just easy peasy. And like that, you're done. So now you can check in the mirror, but I think you look great. Yeah. I'm so glad you let me do this today. This was really fun. Yeah. All right, let's go get some food. I'm hungry. Let's do that.